guys, welcome back to RiRi's Corner. I'm RiRi. Thank you so much for coming back to read another story with me. And RiRi want to wish you a happy World Vegetarian Month. That's right, this month is to celebrate vegetarianism. Isn't that great? A whole month. So, this month is very meaningful because we get to talk about everything about the vegetarian lifestyle and what this diet does for society, the environment, and of course our dear animal friends. So we're gonna start off by a very cool story about a chicken named Gwen. So this book is called Gwen the Rescue Hen. Now Gwen has spent her whole life in a big egg-laying hen house. So she knows very little about what chickens actually can do. Besides lay eggs, of course. Now a faithful tornado turns her world upside down and sideways, landing her in a strange new place that's nothing like the hen house. Using her wits and chicken superpowers, Gwen dodges danger at every turn until she finds safety and friendship with a boy named Mateo. Together, they discover how extraordinary an ordinary chicken really is. So, this book's about a farm animal rescue! How great! Have you heard about that? If you haven't, we're going to explore the world of saving farm animals. Okay, you ready? Let's fly away! Gwen the Rescue Hen, written by Leslie Crawford, illustrated by Sonja Stangl. Hen's eyes pop open. She has been dreaming again. For just that moment, the in-between time when you're leaving a dream and not quite awake, Hen is happy. In her dream, she can spread her wings wide as they can go. Then she flaps them the way she's always wanted to and lifts herself off the ground. In her dream, she can fly. But Hen is awake now. She looks in front of her, to the left, to the right, up and down. Everywhere, so many chickens, just like her, sitting here, day after day, with barely enough room to turn around. She doesn't remember how she got here. She doesn't remember being born, but who does, right? But all she knows is that she's always been in this place, dreaming of something just a bit more. Suddenly, a chilly draft slides over Hen, giving her goosebumps, which is funny since she's a chicken. But this is no laughing matter, because Hen hears something big. The wind is howling so loudly the chickens start to squawk and screech, warning each other to run! Run, everybody! But of course they can't run. All they can do is stay, trembling to the very ends of their feathers. Oh no! The noise grows into a monstrous roar. Whoa! Whoa! chicken house starts to shake. Oh no! The doors bust open. The roof flies away! Away it goes! In an instant, Hen's cage is aloft. Hen has never been on an amusement ride, of course, but this is what it feels like. Terrifying and thrilling, twirling and whirling through space, thinking you might be doomed.
I might be doomed,
thinks Hen. The cage has landed. Hen struggles to get right side up. Look at the cage.
What is this place?
She blinks, taking it all in. Sunlight. It streams into the cage. Colors. So many colors. The greenest greens, yellowest yellows, and reddest reds. Swoosh! Hen watches the silvery rush of flapping wings soar just beyond her cage, before disappearing into the sky. Says Hen. The biggest chicken she has ever seen is staring at her. Look at this big chicken. Hen says to her. Said the other chickens. The big chicken doesn't talk. Hen cocks her head, confused. Chickens always talk to each other. Something is very wrong with this one. Besides her being so enormously big. She tries one last time. Nothing. Silence. Just then, another strong gust blows. The cage teeters, topples, then plunges to the ground. Look at the cage. It's going somewhere. Let's find out where. Oof! That hurt! Hen's feathers are ruffled, but she's in one piece. She's still in one piece. Goodness gracious. Hen asked. Check everyone is okay. Then she sees it. The open door! Hen takes a step, then another. For the first time ever, Hen is outside her cage in the fresh, breezy air. She basks in the warmth of the sun. She shakes her feathers, catching the wind in them. She sees a patch of bright green grass and bends to take a bite. She takes a bite. When? What happened next? Let's go see. The chickens scatter in every direction, and Hen discovers how quickly she can run. But whatever is coming after her is fast too. Hen feels his hot breath on her tail. She flaps her wings in a wild panic.
Hey! Binksy, come! Did you see what I saw?
The girl says.
Was that a chicken? Yeah, that was crazy,
the boy says.
I thought chickens were, chicken.
Maybe Bix is the chicken,
the girl laughs.
Come on, buddy, we gotta go. See you later. Hey there, chicken. Come on out. I won't hurt you. I promise.
Hen freezes. Hen is hiding.
Chicken, it's not safe for you to be out here all alone.
Hen doesn't budge, doesn't move, frozen behind the tires.
Are you hungry? I don't know if this is what chickens like, but it's all I have.
I'm hungry, but maybe he is too, and he might eat me.
So Hen stays put. Let's go see what happens next.
Sorry, chicken, but I can't wait anymore. I have to go.
The little boy left the cookie behind.
Finally, I thought he'd never leave.
But no sooner does Hen step out from her safe place when... Has any chicken ever had a day like this? Hen begins flapping her wings, and before she even knows what she's doing, she's in the air.
I did that?
Hen thinks,
I flew! I'm in the air!
oh my goodness! Look at Hen flying onto a branch. What a feat!
Chicken! Hey, chicken! That was close. My name is Mateo,
says the boy.
How about I call you Gwen? That's my house. It's a lot nicer than the tree branch. Wanna come over?
Gwen, of course, has no idea what Mateo is saying because he's not a chicken. Hen is a chicken. Mateo is a human being. And Gwen is a chicken. So they don't really understand what each other is saying. So she looks at the boy. She sees his bike and admires its sparkly feathery streamers. Look at the feathery streamers! And because chickens can detect even the tiniest of things from far away, she noticed that Mateo has scattered more cookie crumbs. But that's not the only reason she decides to hop down from the tree and follow Mateo home. Deep inside Gwen, something is happening. She's starting to trust this boy. Let's go see what happens. We all know it takes time to make a real friend, especially if one of the friends is a chicken and the other is a person. Isn't that right, my butterflies? So Mateo figures out what chickens do, and Gwen figures out what chickens do too. She likes to take dust baths. Have any one of you taken the dust baths? Look at Gwen go. That is so cool. And she also lifts herself in the air. Look at Gwen go. And Mateo's waiting for her on the branch. And Gwen and Mateo take a bath together. A bubble bath with a rubber ducky. So cute. And they also read a book together. Just like RiRi and all my butterflies, we read books together. That is so sweet. Mateo also learns that chickens love being with other chickens.
Gwen, look who I found!
Gwen can hardly believe her eyes. It's her old friends. Look at her old friends, all here to meet Gwen. Mateo names them Jen, Sven, Ren, Zen, and Adrian. Gwen cackles. It lets him know how happy it makes her to be part of a flock of chickens. So my butterflies, let's count how many chickens are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 chickens. 6 chickens in the flock of chickens. And Gwen lets Mateo know he's part of her flock too. So now we have 7. How lovely. And on days like this one, after a busy afternoon, spent kicking up enough dust for a bath and counting all her chickens, she hops on another bike ride with Mateo. Look at her go.
Come on, Gwen,
said Mateo as he helped settle her onto the handlebars.
Let's hit it!
She thinks,
let's fly away!
And off they go.
Oh my goodness, my butterflies! Wasn't that such a terrific and courageous story? It brought me 2 tears. Yes, but Gwen is so courageous. And did you pick up some chicken facts? If not, let's do a review. Chickens are actually very, very smart. Did you know that at a very young age, they learn how to add, subtract, and recognize all kinds of different shapes. That is so smart. Oh yeah, a chicken's superpower is her eyesight. Googly eyes. Yes, remember in the story how Mitchell left little cookie crumbs and Gwen saw them from far, far away. And let's see, chickens can see UV lights. UV lights. Us human beings cannot see UV lights, but chickens can. And they can do it without turning their heads at all. That is just amazing. And another thing is that chickens, they got a great sense of time. They know exactly what time is dinner time. I gotta eat. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Not only are chickens very smart creatures, but they can feel pain. They can feel other people suffering, and they can feel kindness, warmth, and also give a lot of compassion to all other sentient beings. Oh, that is so lovely. Like we have learned in the book, chickens have their very own languages that human beings can't understand. All it sounds like is right? But did you know that within the flock of chickens, one chicken can make up to 24 different sounds so that the whole flock can understand them? That's why it's very important to not just have one chicken, but a flock of them so they can flourish and grow together in happiness. And lastly, chickens can run. They might not be able to, fly very high, but they sure can run at up to 9 miles per hour. Woo! It's like whoosh, and they're gone. So my butterflies, I really hope you enjoyed the story. And this is just the start of many stories for this vegetarian month. And remember, each butterfly, you should try out the vegetarian diet this month and also share your own stories with other people. Okay? Let's all spread the love and kindness around the world. And remember, animals are friends, not food. Okay, my butterflies, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.